So let's continue with this test, and let's just the difference with this part will be that I will try to trail with confident breaks, so trying to last in the trade for longer time. Let's reassess what we have now. So we still have the same zone, we still have the same weekly possible redistribution, but possible first pushes to the upside, aligned. So the monthly idea could be just that we have this 3 month bullishness, and maybe this is a place where we will start to move up, so mitigating this bigger zone. So some context is there from higher time frames. Again, like monthly is bearish in the last. By the way, technically it's not. Technically it's still in this huge impulse, but from the inside structure perspective we broke. But again, we broke and we are in the end of the impulse and starting the pullback. So there, my idea for bullishness comes from there. And right now, weekly is showing some bullishness here, and daily, of course, created this bullish flag, and it looks like an reaccumulation model. Reaccumulation into where? Into these unmitigated zones, and already started a reaction. And already started this reaction on 4 hours. Created a push up, reaccumulation, so took out some lows and created this inside structure, this clear push, and now pushing up. So what is the main idea is to clear this and then just follow the bullishness. So we have really clear shift on 30 minutes again after some reaccumulation, fractal one, yeah, because this was oh no, it's like a real one, because we had an impulse, then reaccumulation, and now created new pushes to the upside. And not only these pushes, but also a chain, really nice chain. So we had an impulse, full mitigation of this zone, and now an impulse. So these kind of zones should be really high probability. So either from here or from here to go to the upside. And yeah, happy to find something on 5 minutes. So ideally we will have a tap into this zone, but depending on how aggressive you are, you can already start to look for some longs with the development of fractal or internal structure. Oh, too bad we're approaching it before Asia, so no trade for me during this time, so we'll just skip it. And yeah, this is something that we can look for. Yeah, so we have a real nice mitigation, development of inside structure, and some fractal accumulations, and now still looking to take this out. And we have this inside structure here, currently mitigating this zone. And so the problem with this is that this zone was already mitigated, should have moved to the upside, but it didn't. And we have, when we have this really nice zone here, so we either need to enter from here or wait for deeper mitigation. So since it's not London yet, I will wait for deeper one. So created this fractal structure, and okay, let's take one attempt here with this zone and then one from there. So just stepping in with the market, protecting myself here, because if this will break, then we will have this mitigation. But just because how bullish the market is, I want to give it a try here. So again, I'm using first of all these pushes, overall bullishness from 30-15 minutes, and this is just fractal reaccumulation shift, and this could be a fake if you want. And by the way, if you don't know, you can use this indicator to show you that this is a fake, you see. Okay, nice. And this will be a break even already for me. Yeah, and this is a break even, and mitigating on the London Open these deeper zones. So yeah, we have the mitigation, but now approaching like really aggressively. So for that I need at least fractal structure to develop. It's already a fractal structure, but I mean I really don't like it. Let's see what we have below it. So we have this unmitigated zone from 15 minutes range. So if this will break, then probably because of everything is mitigated here, we will have a deeper tap to this zone, but still working with the same zone as before. Basically I'm okay. So this was a break even, and I'm fine with taking one more trade here if we break above. Because if we break above, then it will mean that some orders coming in for this direction, and if we just break down, then that's fine. We have this zone to work with, and we just keep it. Okay, so we got a tap, and now this is a good impulse, but we need to decide if we go to break even already. It's possible to go break even, but I will give it one more chance to mitigate this fractal zone, as you can see. So it can do this and this, and yeah, let's see. Okay, this is definitely a break even now. So again, what the market did, yeah, it mitigated the main zone, created fractal push, created this clear zone, and this was another entry, but I entered on the buy stop. So this is definitely a break even. So now only just managing, and that's all. So I want a break above this, and then maybe trail below this one. No, it's just a break even. One more break even, and that's fine. Now probably just will look for deeper mitigations here. Don't want to enter, because the price should basically just go up. At the same time, of course, we can see our usual pattern of reaccumulation. So it still can go up. It still can go up, but I would better skip this one. Already took. It became a bit too rangy for me. Yeah, so this was a fractal reaccumulation, and then a run. So now we will need to use new ranges. But it's interesting how the price developed here. Okay. So we came to this zone. And just breaking it, which is even better, because now we can have a chance to enter from this zone, and this zone is a structural part of a new 15 minutes range. So we still have this one zone, this one, and this range. So this is still valid for the future if it will come back without no breaks to the upside. But so will we have a tap? Yeah, we have a tap, and now I'm fine with following whatever presents, but I think we will have one more deeper push here. Now we got a tap, and it takes us out. starts to develop this fractal structure. And the fakey. Yeah, fine with giving it one more try here in this zone, and then we'll look for Asia to mitigate here if it fails. So let's just wait for a push up if it happens. So nothing here. So yeah, it was a tap, so we need to record and now wait until Asia is finished. And we have this tap into deeper zone on 15 minutes. And let's see what we have. So again, still holding the same up push, created this accumulation and reaccumulation and starting to confirm it with this inside structure. So we have this push, and this one is not that good, but still fine. Yeah, we have a tap here. And waiting. Okay, so clearly breaking it, but again, is this a bearish sign? Actually no, because we understand that this is one push, this is just reaccumulation. Now we just need to find a place to step in the market. Yeah, so this was first fractal shifts, and now we have internal structure shifted to the upside, and this zone could be a good one for the entry. So why we expect it to mitigate? It created this first low, and usually first lows, they got liquidated. So either this zone or this as a refinement. Yeah, so we have a liquidation and pushing higher from there. So this could be a better entry. And now we have this one. So okay with following this, even with the market order. So something like this. Okay, one more. And creating this fractal one, it would be great for the price to come back to this zone. Yep. And just enter with the market, protect below this low. The entry will be, possibly will be there. Yeah, so this is definitely a break-even level. And let's manage. We have a confident break, so manage to here. One more confident break, manage to here. Let's make it 3. Still in the position. And Asia time to take us out probably. Yeah, with deeper reaccumulations. No, keeps pushing. So we can trail to here. So we definitely have a confident break, and now we need to decide either we want to trail more aggressively or give it a room to go. And basically it still makes sense to give it some room, because we created this 1 hour push, so these are all protected lows. Of course, our first expectation is to wait for reaccumulation and then go even higher, but the idea for this test is to just trail with confident breaks, and then if we will have reaccumulations, then just re-enter, because sometimes these reaccumulations that they can happen for like a week, and then you just had 3 or 4 hours Now you need to give it back and sit and wait. So for this test, happy to use these breaks. Yeah, and this is what was expected. So this is our trade. Again, too bad that this took me out for this -1, but this is what happens. It was possible to see it coming because we had the zone just below. So what happened here is we created up pushes from 30 minutes, then created reaccumulation on 15 minutes, on 30 minutes, and started to confirm reaccumulation. Created these up pushes, created first reaccumulation, and then created one more push and one more push. So this place was pretty high up in the move already, and so this liquidation was only natural. But then, since it snapped back so aggressively, created this mitigation of fractal structure, it was possible to enter once again, and this is the entry. And right now we have the same. We have up movement, reaccumulation. So just want to have my 5 minutes aligned. So already starting an up push on 15 minutes, and on 5 minutes we have something like this. So a big zone. Let's see if we will have a mitigation. Yes, really nice mitigation. The session is not optimal, but by the way, pay attention, yeah, how it happened. Created a low and liquidated it. Happens really often. Okay, for this zone, the session is still pretty fine. If we create fractal structure at least, so something like here, something like we have here, then I'm fine to go. Yeah, but we just break it and then waiting for Asia. So waiting for Asia to pass. Okay, and we started this range. This range, but it's still bullish. So we have some bullishness and going for accumulation. We want to see, yeah, we want to see exactly this. And now we need to decide. My perfect entry would be from this area, but the market is pretty bullish. So I'm okay with giving it one try here and then one try here. Why? Because we have mitigated this bigger zone. So now either going from here, so this could be a 1 minute shift and just fractal structure shift. Let's say this, if we break above, then we will buy stop it. So we are breaking it, canceling, and waiting for deeper mitigation. Yeah, we have deeper mitigation, and now we'll just follow the up move. So I'm just moving the buy stop for a better place. So my first expectation, of course, is this to hold and create first like this, something fractal structure, and then move from there. Okay, we have a tap. We have, so the problem with break evens, with early break evens, is that my entry is in the same level like this fractal structure. So we have this zone and we have this move. So the market can return and just take me out. But I'm using early break evens for this test. So this break even level. Yeah, and this what I was talking about. So it takes me out, but happy to take one more trade here with this candle. So this will be a -1 and one more entry with this candle. Here. Okay, so this was our zone. Now we'll wait for the new zone to develop. Yeah, something like this. If we break above, happy to take it. Okay, break even level. Managed to here, just to cover commissions. So this again just a break even, and this was a possible entry. So we'll now wait for something like this. And if we break above, so if we just right now we'll break above, we'll take it. Okay, and now we'll wait for Asia. So this Asian range. So yeah, probably too many entries in this range box, but just expected it to pop. So we still operating in this bullish price action, and now we mitigated this chain. So yeah, we'll still look for bullishness from here, even though it's pretty weak. Just will look for some 5 minutes ranges. So this range is fine, but the problem with it is that it's inside the counterweight structure, so we are still moving down overall. So I want something like this, and then on the way up, when the market is already moving, then we can step there. So yeah, so this one would be better. For example, this one would be better. We are approaching New York, so let's try to enter here. So this stop loss will be pretty big. If we break above, I would like to use this one because it's the chain. We have a break and we mitigated the zone, so if the market will go, it can go from here. So we have a tap, then takes me out and creates this fractal or internal structure, which again I'm okay to follow it. So we just created the low, liquidated it, and now anything that breaks above, we can take it. So this is a break-even level, break-even, and re-entry straight from the zone from here. Okay, break-even again, level, break-even level. So moving impulsively up, want to have my low created. Does not give it to me. Will record how much it went. So let's put it as a break-even, and now we need to decide if we want to go from here. It's a real nice price action, but we are close to New York. late New York, so we'll just keep Asian time. And this London. So what we have, still the same 1 hour, going to mitigate, to take this out and mitigate something deeper. So let's wait for a tap into this zone. Yeah, we have a tap, and yeah, it's on the news probably. Still holding. Let's wait for some development on 15 minutes. Yeah, so this was nice, but never gave us an entry. So right now we are working with the new range on 30 minutes, on 1 hour. Let's just wait for some pullbacks. And this is first reaccumulation which we can take part in. This Asia and London. So right now what we have is this huge range, actually 2 ranges. Yeah, I guess. So technically it's 1, but it's obviously that we have this stoppage here. This was broken, mitigated by this, and this is the first point, so I would like to have this mitigation at least. Yeah, so this is the first zone it can go from, and then we have this bigger zone. And you need to decide if you want to take this zone, given that you have even bigger one. So I will just skip this one and wait for deeper mitigation. And apparently it really worked out really nicely. We have created one more range which we can follow straight from this moment. So this is what we are doing: range, mitigation. Now we'll go and find entry patterns. So until this holds, you can follow 5 minutes. So approaching the late New York, so let me skip it. And this is Asia, and this is London, but looking pretty weaky and still against me. But this one is better, a little bit better. Okay, definitely missed this this entry, but can't do anything with it. So we continue this bullish push. Now we are pretty high up on the daily, already created a break. So right now we can expect some pullbacks to happen. But until bullishness holds on these zones, we'll follow bullish, and then once it fails, we can take some bearish trades into these zones on daily. And this will be the refinement. So now expecting this to be taken out and then having something from there. Yeah. So this Asia started some bullishness. We'll follow it on London. Yeah, so of course this one could be a redistribution from this push to go even lower, but because of the 4 hour still can go and attack everything here, we'll follow it. As I said before, if it breaks, then we'll follow some bearishness to this zone. Okay, going with this candle. So this could be a break-even level, but decided to give it a bit more room to breathe. Okay, so this is the first kind of reaccumulation happening, and fine with taking a trade to the upside with this candle. Protect myself below this low, since it's the part of the chain. We'll wait for coming in real aggressively to this one from 30 minutes and starting a reaction from the zone. Let's see if we will have some fractal structure building up. No, it's just failing, so nothing there. But 4 hours is created this low, liquidated it, and tapped into refined zones like this. So let's wait for 5-minute structure to develop. Again, it's possible to find some bullishness here, but overall we are moving down. So just waiting for accumulation, and from these 2 breaks it's possible to follow some bullishness. Okay, we have push up, now reaccumulation into this zone, and it could be a place to follow the bullishness, even if it's so aggressive. So let's wait for fractal structure to develop. Yeah, something like this and something like this. Okay, with following this candle. Oh, it's so late New York, to be honest. Yeah, bad entry. But let's just basically wait through the Asia. It will probably take me out, but I mean, I don't know. So technically it should be a break even, but let's pretend that we were not asleep. Okay, so I will wait for this break. I will trail to here. I will wait for one more confident break, trail to here, and now of course I would basically just trail aggressively. So of course we can expect one more break, but what are the chances that it will not take us out to this point? So let's give it a try. You know, it's 6 hours, so let's give it one more chance. Yeah, so this is a confident break, can trail to this one. So we can say that this is confident, so trail to here. And basically now we understand that if this breaks, then almost no chance that this will not break also with the deeper reaccumulation. So it makes sense to trail to here, so that if we break, we can break okay, so we even have one more break. So, and after this I will just so with this test I'm just trailing the impulses, and that's all, real aggressively waiting for soon to be taken out. Trail to this one, trail to this one, trail to this one, and this one. Yeah, so basically that's it. We're able to catch this move again. You see, it's 4 hours before New York close, so it was possible to enter, but yeah, I mean, we can count this, and the management was pretty straightforward. It just ran and ran. So the question is if someone would be able to hold this in real life, but this was the entry, and the logic was bullish structure on 4 hours, on 1 hour. On again, it was possible to enter from higher time frames with these fakers. Then we waited for a tap into deeper zones, took some losers on the way, then created inside structure or real structure on 15 minutes and 30 minutes. Created these up pushes, liquidated, and tapped into these clear zones, created one more fractal structure or structure on 5 minutes. Actually, it was a structural move, created a low, liquidated it, and started the small reaction. We entered on the candle and then managed based on the rules. So we'll close this session with this trade, record the results, and then we'll continue from there.